Hey everyone, welcome. I'm MisterBo and we have the official launch trailer for Destiny Rise of Iron. We are less than a week away from having Rise of Iron in our hands and being able to play it, but this trailer does actually reveal some new things, whilst it does show us a lot of stuff we've already seen. So we're going to be breaking it down and analysing a few of the scenes that we haven't seen before. So let's hop straight into it. Now I will leave a link in the description below to the full trailer if you want to go check it out for yourself. But the start of this trailer shows us a glimpse at what we can expect in the story. It would seem that the Iron Lords locked themselves away with Siva in some kind of vault, and unfortunately Lord Saladin wasn't quick enough to get there with them, and that is why he is the last one left. Except we also know that Ephrodite is somewhere out there as well. But scrubbing through the trailer until we actually get some gameplay, let's take a look at some of the most exciting things in this trailer. So we get a pretty good clear shot of the Iron Banner armor for the Titan here. This is the version without any ornaments. We'll see the ornament version a little bit later on, but it is nice to see a full shot of that armor in game, and it does look very nice. As a Warlock, I'm pretty jealous. And here is that ornament version of the Iron Lord / Iron Banner armor. They're both the same, but I believe one of them has a different color variation. I'm not entirely sure about that. But here we can see Hunter on the left, Titan in the middle, Warlock on the right. This is the Iron Banner armor, but with all the ornaments equipped. So you can see all the flames. Looks very cool. It's probably not going to be very useful in PvP with things like Trials of Osiris, because you're going to have a big flame on your head. But in terms of aesthetic, they look really cool. Now in this trailer we get some glimpses of the raid that we haven't seen before, but we also get some glimpses of this, which is the Death Zamboni as it's nicknamed. We don't know what this actual encounter is called, but we do believe that this encounter is on the Cosmodrome wall, and this giant thing is going to be slowly moving along the wall, and we're going to be having to run away from it, whilst also killing different fallen enemies. Again, we've seen it in some of the previous trailers before, nothing really new here. We then get a cool shot of the opening of the brand new raid, the Wrath of the Machines raid. This is where we're going to be entering into the raid. You can see this giant door opening. Brings me back to the Vault of Glass, really reminds me of the giant door that we had to open. We don't know if we're going to have to do something in order to open this, like we saw with Vault of Glass and King's Fall raid, or if this is just going to be you start the raid and this door opens up straight away, kind of like we saw with Crota's End. We aren't too sure, but we will be finding out in just over a week. Now here we get an interesting shot of the three Guardians here, the Titan, the Warlock and the Hunter, all in the Wrath of the Machines raid armor sets. Now we aren't sure of the area they are currently in. This could be a section of the Wrath of the Machines raid, or it could be a story mission like the last story mission of the Rise of Iron quest. We don't know, but it is cool to see a glimpse of the raid armor once again, because it does look very cool. Of course, Rise of Iron also introduces the Archons Forge, the brand new PvE arena, and we can see in this screenshot what looks to be a larger scale shank. Maybe this is one of the bosses that will spawn. We can also see he's using one of the Trials of Osiris weapons. We know Trials of Osiris isn't going to be coming back until a few weeks after the launch of Rise of Iron, so we're going to have to wait for that. Moving on yet again, we get a glimpse at the weapon I think a lot of people are wanting to get right now. Now we aren't too sure if this is the weapon you get from completing the raid, or if this is a weapon you get for collecting all the dormant Siva clusters. This is a pulse rifle, and the cool exotic perk about this pulse rifle is when you get a precision hit on an enemy, a load of Siva clusters burst out and track nearby enemies. As you can see in this clip, it destroys those dregs, and hopefully it will do the same in PvP if you have a load of enemies grouped together. I'm going to be trying really hard to get my hands on this pulse, as I am a big fan of using pulse rifles in the game. Now this right here, this is the coolest shot of the trailer, and the thing that gets me most excited for Rise of Iron. We can see there's 6 players here, so this is in the raid, and we don't know what this is at all. This could be a door opening up, in which we then have to jump up. This could be a door opening in which a boss comes down into this dark room. We don't know, but this shot, just with the 6 Guardians there and the light shining down, really gets me hyped for the Wrath of the Machine raid. I can't wait to experience it. Speaking of the raid, we then get the shot of the Guardians jumping off the wall. Again, we've seen this in various other trailers. This is at the end of the encounter when that thing is moving along the wall. Throughout the raid you'll be going up on top of the wall, and then you'll also be going back down off the wall into sort of more darker areas like we just saw. So a lot of variation in the scenery we're going to be seeing in this raid. And then that is pretty much it for this trailer. We get one last shot of all 3 Guardians decked out in Iron Banner armor with ornaments, going up some slope, looking over the Plaguelands. Very cool. Not a lot new in this trailer, but we do get some glimpses that get me really hyped, and we do get a fairly decent look at the Wrath of the Machines raid. so that is all cool. Again, Rise of Iron is less than a week away, September 20th. I'm going to be covering it as much as I can, live streams, videos, you name it. It's going to be on the channel throughout the week of launch, so expect a ton of content next week. Let me know what you guys thought of this trailer. Does it get you even more hyped for Rise of Iron? Let me know in the comments below. As always, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys missed my previous video, which went over that private matches are now live in Destiny, you can click the image on screen or in the link in the description below. Also, quick reminder, on Friday I'm going to be doing a live stream in which we get a load of guys in and we play some private matches. So if you're interested in joining that, click the link in the description below to my clan, go ahead and join it, or just tune in on Friday and we'll get you guys in. Feel free to give the like button a big old hug, subscribe for more Destiny content and coverage. Hope you guys have an awesome day, thanks for hanging out, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye bye.